Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of Meet the Candidates. Today I'm here with Misty Pellar. She is our candidate for Bedford County Mayor, and we're going to just go with our second edition with Misty so you can get to know her a little bit better. And Misty, after this past week, there's been a lot of things happen here in Bedford County, and just let me just get your take on our recent increase in our property taxes. What's your take on that at this point?
My take on that is if I am elected Bedford County Mayor, my first thing on my first day of office, what I would do is I would take this budget and I would just go line for line to figure out where the money's going, and I would probably amend it for a period of time until I can, see what's going on in there and where we could do cuts in other places and still give our county employees a raise. Is where I would go. Okay,
so that would be your number one priority on day one, is
yes.
to get that budget and go through it,
yes.
and possibly amend it,
yep.
and reduce it or get us back to where we were or whatever.
Absolutely.
Okay, all right, so there's a lot of other issues that are going on at the same time that you take office here. You've got emergency services, of course. You've got your fire department and your ambulance and all the emergency services under that one roof there. Then you've got our road situation. Then you have education. Then you've got some infrastructure, and animal control is another issue that's a hot topic right now. Out of all of those, is there any one thing that jumps out at you that you would want to work on to start with, or focus your attention on?
Right. Well, one is not any more important than the other, of course. We would have to look at each one of them. The drinking water issue, I would probably reach out to our commissioners in that area,
right,
and just kind of see, if we could get them on board to get this drinking water fixed, get it situated the way we need to. And the other ones, we would just go into each one of those: education, roads, emergency services, animal control, and we would just look at them and, just work our way down, because like I said, one is not any more important than the other.
Okay. So what you're saying is basically that you would just you would go to work on all these things.
Absolutely.
But this drinking water is a concern to you.
Yes, absolutely. And if we can work with the commissioners in that area and just everybody be on the same page across the board, then yeah, we would go that route.
Yeah, I can understand that, because it's unthinkable that we would have an area of our county that doesn't have safe drinking water.
Right,
yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, tell us something else that we might not know about Misty Pellar. I know we talked to you, got a little bit to know you last time. This kind of gives us an idea of what you would want to do administratively, but just tell us a little bit about Misty,
okay,
that we might not know.
Well, one thing about me you may not know is I love Bedford County. I've lived here almost my whole entire life, and I believe that we've got to stop looking at what our neighbors are doing and focus on Bedford County, because I've heard it several times of, well, this is what Davison County's doing. This is what Rutherford County. We don't live there. We live in Bedford County. And I want to focus on making Bedford County exactly what I say, a better Bedford County. We live in Bedford County. We should be able to shop in Bedford County. We should be able to eat decent, nice restaurants in Bedford County. And I want to focus on us as a whole and make Bedford County exactly what we say, a better Bedford County.
You mentioned about making Bedford County better,
mm-hmm.
and you talk about places to shop and places to eat, and that's something I hear people talk about all the time.
Right.
We just don't have a nice place to eat. We can't shop. We compare ourselves to Tullahoma because
mm-hmm.
they're getting a lot of stuff and we're not.
Right.
Okay, that comes under the title of economic growth. How can county government aid in that? What do you think that the county government could do at the government level to entice businesses to come in and invest in Bedford County?
I guess I would have to say, to entice them to bring in, we have to show them that we're ready for that growth. We have to show them that we're capable of whatever businesses come in, that we're capable of keeping them open.
Right.
I know some businesses have came in the past and they only stay for a temporary time and then they leave and go elsewhere because they're not getting the traffic that they need to stay open, or they can't find the help to stay open. So if we focus our attention just on Bedford County and stop trying to compete with, our neighbors, then I feel like we could all work together and build what everybody's asking about. And do I want to drive to a different county to shop? No, I would much rather spend my money and my dollars that I make here in Bedford County. I guess I just would like to say at the end of the day, I just want to bring back Bedford County to something that our children can be proud of. We're raising kids in this county, and at the end of the day, we want our kids to make good decisions. We want our kids to, be the little human beings that we're growing them into. We need to leave them something, and we need to leave them a Bedford County that they can be proud of, that they can raise their kids in.
Right.
So that's where I would leave it.
All right, Misty, and wrapping things up here, is there anything else that you'd like to say before we close?
Okay, yes, there's one more thing that I've said it and I'll say it again, that if you want change in Bedford County, you have to be the change. Go to the polls and vote. Voting is something that is important. Voting is where you're going to get your voice out there. If you don't vote, we can't have change. And if you want change, I'm going to make you a promise right now that every fiber in me is going to tell you that I promise to do the best that I can day in and day out for you, not for me. I don't have a benefit. My whole goal as running as Bedford County Mayor is to make a promise to the people of Bedford County that I want it to be better today than it was yesterday. And I will spend the next 4 years making it better than it was yesterday.
Okay, thanks for watching another edition of Meet the Candidates, and we thank Misty for sitting down with us today. And she's 100% right. If you want change, get out and vote. Thanks for watching, and wait for a new edition of Meet the Candidates real soon. Thanks.